Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're all well. Right, so, I don't know whether you've seen it, but what I did last night was I drove the car over this ditch, and I did the front suspension. So we've now got the nice suspension, the nice A-arms, and yeah, that worked a treat, actually. So we've got a couple more bits of scrap, well, 4 more bits of scrap, and yeah, I've still got to do the back, including the diff. I haven't put the seat in either, because this car is going to be standard, whereas the other car is going to be our race one. So what I'm going to do, when I stopped then, did Leo... No, ignore me, sorry about that. So, yeah, what I'm going to do is buy both seats, but yeah, this will just have the comfy seats, whereas the other one will have the racing seats. Anyway, so yeah, it's all going well. We've got another thing of french fries in the back there, and we need it as we have 8 cents left. So yeah, let's get down into town, sell them, and yeah, then quickly go and get some fuel, because our generator ran out as well. So I am sorry about doing all these little shorts, but well, these like sped up videos, but that would have wasted an episode doing that, and obviously working in the dark as well is not very good video quality on YouTube, because yeah, dark games on here, because the files are compressed, they just don't look very good. Right. And if you haven't seen the poll, sorry, not the poll, the community post, I'll just quickly say about it now. So I've decided not to sell the radios, because Legit Fire, who's got a series on this, I think he found 33 at the scrapyard, and that's almost $5,000 worth. And yeah, it kind of takes away from it being a challenge, doesn't it? So we'll quickly go in and see Chef. Hello, mate, you alright? Oh, don't do it. Cheers, mate. Right, so over to get fuel. Yeah, so I still need to do all the back of this car, but I'll get there. Yeah, I think it's going really well, though. And what I was thinking about doing, I've been challenged to do some other things. So obviously I can't do every challenge. It would be impossible. But what I'm thinking about doing is every time there's an update come out. Why didn't I use that one? Every time an update comes out, I might start a new series on it. Or do a new... yeah, challenge of some sort. Right. Yeah, I've been told that I waste fuel, but I don't think you can overfill it. This is 20 litres. And yeah, that just cost us the right amount. Anyway, right, bung that in there. Do we need anything from the shop, Leo? I should have bought some packs of you-know-what up here, shouldn't I? Alright, gents. I am actually going to buy some more maple syrup. But what I'll do, I'll load this up off camera. Yeah, because that would mean that we could get the new OEM engine and almost the old truck as well. So it's too much money, I think, with the radios. So I hope I've kind of changed some of your minds about that. Yeah, and we'll have 2 of these seats. So this isn't the seat that we've got in there at the moment. We've just got the basic seat. So we'll have 2 of these, so it's a little bit sporty looking. So... No, I'm not going to do that one. Right, Leo, come on, mate. Right, see you later, fellas. Should I buy a coffee as well? I'll buy a coffee for emergencies. Right. I'll just quickly load this up. I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so that's all done. And so I've come up with an idea. So Stormy was the original person who gave me the inspiration for this. So what I'm going to do is slightly adapt something, a suggestion that he had, a brilliant suggestion. So what you can do to get underneath the car is you can stack plant pots up and get them underneath the car and make it really far off the ground. Absolutely fantastic idea. However, I want to try something else. You right? Yes, I did. I've played this game before, Mel. So I don't need that. I'll buy another dog food. Yeah, so I'm going to slightly adapt that idea. And I'm going to buy just one of these, because we've got one at home already. I'll do some walking in this episode. Right, see you later, Mel. Have a good one. So that ditch idea worked. So I think it's kind of realistic. So I used to have to, because didn't have rich parents or anything. Well, didn't have parents, but you know what I mean. I didn't have the tools and facilities to do proper work on cars, so I had to just adapt. And that's what I tried doing in that kind of time-lapse video. But I thought about it. At our brothers, we've got them two sides for the old truck. And what I was thinking was I might be able to make myself a pit using them and two objects that I can actually place. So, difficult to explain, but I'll try and set it up on pause in just a moment. But obviously I've got to run back and forth to get them because they won't fit in the car. So what I'll do, I'll cut to that now, so I'll see you in just a moment. Right, sorry about that. It's a long walk, so I thought I'd do it off camera. So what I'm thinking is, so if you didn't see it, I pulled the car here and did that. What I'm thinking is if I put this around there and then put, so I will line this up properly off camera. If I put that there, oh, not quite. But let's do the other side quickly. If this starts taking ages, I'll pop you on pause, don't worry. Right, let's move the wheelbarrow. We'll never actually use this, will we? Right, pop that there. Right, careful, Leo. And I know I don't need to do this. I could kind of glitch. But if I put that there and then lock it, if I do that both sides, I'd be able to drive the car back on these and yeah, and then jack it up, because this now should be completely rigid. And I know that, yeah, this isn't substantial to hold a car, but you could fill it up with concrete. You could make this kind of thing for fairly cheap, so I don't think that's cheating, and it's not glitching either. So it's just trying to make the most of kind of what we've got. Yeah, because the back, obviously I wouldn't be able to do the ditch. It would just be too difficult. So yeah, I'm going to do that on both sides. I don't know how I'm going to do the other side, but maybe there's somewhere else on our land that would also work. But yeah, I'll figure that out. But that's what I'm going to do for the rear suspension. Sorry I explained it so badly, but hopefully you know what I mean now. Making a little pit here. Right, so let's go and have a look at our crop. 97, these might be done. Right, just the one by the looks of it. Okay, so let's get them done. And it won't be long before I'm doing this all off camera, because it's very monotonous, isn't it? Right. And that's all good. Okay, I don't think this is going to be enough to make another pack. Not quite, I don't think. But that's okay. Little by little, we're getting there. Nice. Right, so we've got some maple syrup and a coffee in the car as well. I'd really like a cup holder on here as well. That'd be good. For in the car. So you had a place to... Oh, no. Oh, right, okay. I thought the game had gone wrong then. So, out of all the hours I've played this game's been ultra reliable. Really has. I've loved it. Right. Yeah, so these seats will go in the new BMW. I'll have the 2 comfy seats in that one that look a little bit sporty. Right. And also, I can't remember whether I said, but I did actually paint in here as well. So this is gunmetal, and I think it looks quite standard, doesn't it? I think that'll be alright for now. And yeah, as you can see, new suspension components on, and I use them red bolts. Right, so I'm going to pop you on pause for a minute and go and grab that other one when I've had a maple syrup. Lovely. But let's get the generator on first. Right, so I'll see you all in just a moment. Okay, sorry for keep pausing and unpausing. One more thing, just so I don't forget about it. So, oh hello Leo. We're out of electric, and yeah, you can't open the garages when you haven't got electric. So that's something to bear in mind if you're doing hard mode and you're using the garages to store vehicles. You might get them stuck in there. So yeah, a little bit of a caution. Obviously we're alright, but that was where I was storing the maple syrup, so I do need to be careful. Anyway, right, I'll go and get this. I've spoke to Francis already, so we've built the relationship up with him today, and I'll see you all shortly. Okay, so it's the next day now. This, unfortunately, is the best I can do. I can't put this down anywhere over there and have it locked into place because it says it's not our land. So I know it looks ugly, but I'm going to make this work. So I'll be able to reverse up and then, yeah, get underneath it. So yeah, that's the best I can do for kind of realism. Right, so we'll pop this back in here. I think there's going to be some stuff to harvest. And the electric's back on now, obviously. I filled the generator up. Right, Leo. Right, we'll take this one. Nice. Nice. Maybe one of these as well. No. Okay. Nice. Right, so we've got 5 seeds there. So I've been neglecting this bit over here, haven't I? Perfect. Right, so that'll make 2 more packs. And I think we might have some potatoes as well. You alright, mate? He needs his treat. Right, potato basket. That one will do. Oh. Don't water your plants at night. Unless you're... Oh, I've just messed it up. Unless you're not an idiot. Unfortunately, I just always miss some. Right. Okay, so I'm going to cut this bit out as well. I'll see you all when I've harvested as much as possible. Okay, so we've just got that one thing of French fries. And I've also put 2 things of basil in the back. So let's pop to town, build the relationships up, and yeah, sell that basil. I'm also going to get 2 more plant pots. So I know that it looks really ugly, but Now, there might actually be some furniture that I can buy to, yeah, make that a little bit better. I'm just thinking about the angle. But I'll sort it out. I'll figure it out somehow. Yeah, and in yesterday's episodes, I said about that other Mr. Jolly Roger, so the original Mr. Jolly Roger. So I've got nothing against him, and he's not causing me any grief whatsoever, none. So yeah, I do wish him the absolute best of luck. But yeah, so it's not him that's causing the problems. It's people not listening to the fella, thinking that I'm hiding my identity somewhere else, when I just wouldn't do that. It's not worth it. But yeah, so no grief towards him, and if you like his kind of games, then yeah, he's obviously got a channel on Twitch. Right, let's pop this there for now. Alright, Leo, you might as well stay here, mate. I'll be a second. Nice. Okay, shut the boot. I really want that spoiler on the back as well, the kind of standard looking spoiler. Obviously we need to spend lots of money at our good friend Roger's. Another Roger. Right. Okay, so this will be almost $18. Back in just a moment. Perfect. Right, let's take this in. Hello, gents, you alright? Yep, we'll get there, mate. I'm actually doing alright for maple syrup at the moment. I don't have any big packs for sale at the moment. Sorry, mate, I'm saving them for something else. Right, do we need anything here? Not really. I'm tempted to get the exhaust, but I want the performance exhaust, not this one. Right, cheers, gents. Oh, we'll take one. Right, so we've got fuel, loads of that. Right, see you in a bit. Yeah, I'll keep this back at home for emergencies. Cheers. And let's pop across to Mel and get a couple more pops. Alright, mate. I might actually have a walk around in Mel's and yeah, see whether there's any furniture that I could possibly make a ramp out of. I'm thinking maybe even that table. So we'll be in there for a little while, buddy, so you might as well come in. Hello, Mel, you alright? Yes, what's new? Building a ramp. So that's going to be too tall. Let's buy a pot, then I can compare. Yeah, so I won't be able to... do that. Interesting. How much are they? My goodness. Can't afford that. Okay, so I'll think about that off camera. And I'm not fishing for comments. Don't worry. I'll work it out, I promise. And probably I would have worked it out by the time yeah, this episode goes live. So yeah, honestly, don't worry about it. I'll be alright. Right, lovely to see you again, Mel. And oh, I don't really need it. I will look after Leo. But yeah, for the moment. Your furniture is expensive, Mel. Right, I'll see you later. So it reminds me of a garden centre that I used to live fairly near, and everything in there was so ridiculous. Oh, buddy. I can't shut your door. Right, Leo, cover your ears, mate. I missed it. Oh, I don't know. Right, so ignore what's going on there. Just pretend you don't know about it. Oh, right, it's where the pot's outside. Realism. Right, and I've just noticed we have gone over 20 minutes, so that does bring us to the end of this episode. So thank you for watching, everyone. Really appreciate each and every view. And if you've liked this, please feel free to join me and Pothead in the next one. Cheers, everyone, and bye for now.